Hello everybody and welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews. That's right. Today, Wine Saturday. And I got a special wine today. And this wine means a lot to me and I'm going to tell you why. This is a bottle of wine. You know how you've been to weddings or if you get married and you order wine and they'll customize the label for you? Well, that's what this is. And so anytime, and these people are gracious enough to give me a bottle of wine to review and to enjoy a bottle from their special day. And so this is Jamie and Stacy, okay? And their last name is Hazel-White. And here is the bottle. Let me get that focused in for you real nice. I'll tell you about this winery. Take a peek at that. I don't know how. Take a peek. There you go. All right, what this is here. This is from Buckeye Winery. It's a Malbec. It's from Newark, Ohio, and the owners are Larry and Kathy Morrison. They opened this winery, and it's in the downtown square. They have the winery, and right downtown. You know how you go downtown? They usually have like a little square with shops and maybe some of the municipal buildings, and they have this winery down there, and so it's like fun and festive. I bet it's so beautiful at Christmas time. And they make over 50 types of wine, and they have they make ice cream, their own ice cream. They make really good like artisan pizza, and of course they have cheeses and meats and breads at the winery that you can purchase to go along with your wine. So if you're with the ice cream and everything, I'm kind of really looking forward to getting in there and enjoying that. All right, that's if you're there, I guess you've got to go. I mean, you'd have to be crazy not to. I believe they opened in 2007, and that's about it. Let's see what this says on. Of course, it says H&W Hazel-White for their wedding, established 2018. Malbec. That's when they got married. It had a real cork with the name of the winery on it. It had nice foil going over the top. Nice cork in there. I already opened it to give it some air. And you know what? Let me, while I'm talking, pour this. I got a special glass for them. And let me show you this glass. Okay. This glass here, as you can see, it is hand blown. All right. And in the middle there is a little hand blown purple grape cluster with a little green stem. And I also have smaller white glasses, and the grape is green for the white grapes. Now, why is that important? Well, not only is it beautiful and it's delicate and it's great, but let me show you the perfect pour. Seriously. Right to the top of the grape. Just cover the top of the grape, and you've got a perfect 4-ounce pour. All right? And you can judge it from there if you want more or less. But that's pretty cool. So, like I was saying, they were gracious enough to give me that bottle. I'm so excited. Now, a lot of times in these places, obviously they don't grow their own grapes. They don't have a vineyard. So what they'll do is they'll, I didn't call them. A lot of times I will. A lot of times wineries, I'm trying to think of the last one I did at 502 here in Louisville. They actually bought whole grapes from different regions of the world. And made their wines. I think here they probably use juice. They have juice imported. Malbec is originally from Bordeaux, France. It's in a lot of Bordeaux, but it's the signature grape of Argentina. So they probably had this juice. And why do I say juice? Because I've been around wine and winemaking a big part of my life. And this smells like wine does when it's made with juice, where they take the juice from the wine, and then they ferment the juice without the skins and without the grapes. Excuse me, the stems and all that, and the seeds. They'll have the pure juice, and then they'll ferment it, probably without a barrel. It may. I'll figure it out here in a second. But I know the different smell. I mean, I really do. I've been around homemade wine and my whole life. So they obviously have it in contact with the skin now to get the color, but then it's not fermented. So what I'm looking at here, it's probably going to be a little more acidic than tannic. the alcohol here, I believe, was 12%. Usually Malbec's a little higher. But that's no big deal. Matter of fact, probably 12% is nice, especially for a wedding, and to really bring out the flavor. So it's going to have, I know from smelling it exactly how it's going to taste. And I like it. You know, it's the way a lot of people really make wine in their make it in their garages and their cellars. So it has a big history with me of the Italian families making their own wine, and so the minute I smelled it, brought back a lot of nice memories. I can tell you that right now. And I appreciate every style of wine. All right, and every style, love goes into making it, and so I can appreciate it. It's got a sweet, which just might be a little sweeter than with the lower alcohol. You know, as much as the sugar wasn't converted into the into alcohol, and it's not going to be candy sweet, but it smells like just sweet fruit, like candied fruit, like candy plums or candied blackberries or blue, just dark fruit, candied dark fruit. Even beyond dried, like candied. So let's give it a, that's basically the pronounce. I'm going to see if I get any. Yeah, just any fruit you can imagine that's dark. I mean, I could see anybody saying, man, I smell strawberries in that dark, but blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, not that dark, plums, but nice and ripe, maybe dried with a coating of sugar. Letting it change. A little bit of a undertone of a sour note going in, which is actually pleasant because it's sweet, and then that sour kind of gives it a nice balance. Let's give it a taste. So I'm going to feel acid. I'm going to feel on the side of my tongue. So are you. That's where you feel acid. And I do feel the acidity. And if I'm going to feel tannin, I'm going to feel it on the roof of my tongue and the roof of my mouth. And if you put your tongue up against the roof of your mouth and it feels dry and like sandpaper, the more that feels, the more tannin is in the wine. So having said that, let me do this again. Probably medium plus on the acidity, and definitely minus, if you want to say medium minus, heading toward the minus on the tannin. That's a good thing for a wedding because you don't know who's going to be at the wedding. So if you have somebody who really appreciates and loves wine like me, I could drink this all day long. I appreciate it, right? Give me wine, I'm going to take it. If you don't like wine and you're not a big wine drinker, you can still drink this and appreciate and like it because it's not real dry and it's not real structured and with a lot going on. It's just a nice, easy drinker. It reminds me of kind of a Lambrusco. Kind of. It doesn't have any fizz or anything, but just an easy drinking wine that I think the majority of people, especially those that aren't big into wine, really enjoy this. You don't want to give a big, bold wine at a wedding to everybody that only 10% of the people are going to really appreciate, and the other 90 might not like it. You have to work up to those type of wines. So this was a really, really good choice for the wedding. I don't know if they tasted it first and then picked it, or if the winemakers just based on what my theory was, put this out there. So anyway, that's yeah. So it's really nice. Robust, fruity with the flavors of lush red and black berries, and a touch of spice. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I described it. It's kind of really like a berry lollipop smell now, with that berry in there. So anyway, it's pleasant. I think a lot of people who aren't, I think this is perfect for a wedding. I think this was, I would pick this. Yeah, I would pick this. I might have a few bottles set aside for some of the people who might be more serious, but 90% of them, this is what they're going to enjoy. This is a great choice. I got up my great, my fancy glass today for this, to celebrate this. and I wish them a lifetime of happiness. And Jamie and Stacy, good luck on your marriage. And everybody, cheers. Oh, and did I almost forget? How do I forget this? This is Wine Saturday. But what do I do on Tuesday? I do tea, all right? Because if you're just tuning in, you don't know this, and you might want to scroll my stuff. You're going to see tea reviews, you're going to see coffee reviews, you're going to see spirit reviews, whiskeys and so forth and so on, and you're going to see beer reviews, okay? I do one a week of each one of those. So if you have a particular thing you like, scroll around and check it out, and I have something for everybody, all right? I do all of the best man-made liquids in the world. Cheers, everybody.